Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things narcissism, and this video is going to be about why do narcissistic people like to argue so much. Even though they will claim that they don't want to argue with you, it seems on some level that a narcissist's default setting is to go on the defensive and create an almighty argument with you and then blame you for the argument by turning around and claiming that they told you they did not want to argue with you. They never answer a direct question. They never answer an indirect question. They're extremely secretive. They don't want you to be informed on anything. They enjoy causing that intrigue. They enjoy taking you off the topic of conversation. Nothing ever gets resolved with them. They create conflict, drama and absolute chaos, and then they blame you for the environment that they've created for you. With narcissistic people, one of the main reasons they do the things they do is for control. They want to be in control of any given situation, and they want to be in control of you. And if they feel that that control is slipping away, they seek to regain control in some way. So if you try to call them out on something, they take offense to this and they then attack you, which gets you into that unhealthy debate with them as they just start accusing you and blaming you and shaming you. If you give them some constructive feedback, they take offense to this. They see it as you're attacking them, and they turn around and attack you and blame you and shame you and make you feel inferior to them so that they can remain feeling superior. Narcissistic people argue to provoke that reaction from you by not answering a simple question. Causes that buildup of frustration within you by telling you what you want to hear and then going right ahead and doing what they wanted anyway, which is going to hurt you, creates that resentment within you and that anger within you. And naturally, the more they create those emotional feelings within you, a narcissist will then chip away at you. They will goad you, they will provoke you to gain that reaction from you. And once they've gained that reaction from you, this makes the narcissist feels better about themselves, because to them, see, look at the state of you. Look at how you're reacting. There's nothing wrong with me. You're worse than I am. You're the one that's crazy. You're the one that needs help. So they like to argue just to provoke that reaction. They argue to recover from that narcissistic injury. When they've received that narcissistic injury, when they believe they didn't get the attention that they were entitled to because it was somebody else's special occasion and not theirs, and they weren't the one that was running around and preparing it all to get the admiration, or they did do something minor to help out and they didn't get the eternal gratitude they believe they're entitled to, they will start to go all out to sabotage the day, to ruin the day, to recover from their own narcissistic injury that they weren't getting the attention they believe they're entitled to. And you'll often notice once they've ruined it for everybody else, they suddenly feel smug and happy again. They might sulk, they might fall silent, they might just chip away at you, chip away at your outfit, chip away at your driving, chip away at your cooking, chip away at anything they can to get you to a point where you just turn around and react and let loose at them because you've just had enough. They might lie about you, they might humiliate you and disgrace you in front of people on things that simply aren't true. And they'll be laughing away all jovial with people at your expense. And then when you actually have enough and speak out, you're the one that looks like you're the one that's going crazy. As sometimes the person who is telling the truth is the person who looks emotionally unstable because they're having their emotions toyed with and messed with and manipulated to serve the needs of the narcissist. Another reason why they argue is to confuse you. You can't tell what reality is true and what is false, and because they distract you from one topic of conversation to another, that you go and ask them a simple question and you come away with about 50 more and even more confused than when you first started. or they argue with you when they rage out at you to place that fear within you, so that you stop questioning them, so that you daren't ask them things, so that you daren't sort things with them. And then, because you no longer dare approach them, you don't approach them, so you try to make a decision for yourself, and then they will tell you that your decision was wrong and that you should have just gone to them. So you cannot win with a narcissistic person. Narcissistic people argue to avoid being held accountable. If they can cause an almighty argument and then sulk because they believe you're the one that's attacking them, they don't have to take responsibility for their behaviour. They can blame your attitude. They can blame your tone if you hadn't have asked them like this. So you can go all out to ask them in a different way on a different day when they're in a better mood and alter your tone to serve them, yet they will still turn around and accuse you of having an attitude, so that they don't have to be responsible for their behaviour. They like to argue because it gives them that narcissistic supply. When they're not getting the adoration and the attention they believe they're entitled to, and the positive praise and the gratitude, they can poke away at you and chip away at you to get that emotional reaction from you, because they feel smug and they feel valid. They feel like they matter to you. Otherwise you wouldn't be coming for them. You wouldn't be having a go at them. It's obvious that you care about them, because you wouldn't be behaving in the manner that you are towards them. They don't see the resentment and the frustration and the build-up and the disbelief within you. They just feel important. And if you attack them personally, they'll just turn around and say, oh, don't talk about your brother like that. Don't talk about your sister like that. Don't talk about your parent like that. Don't talk about your ex like that. They'll deflect it away from themselves, and it does not go through. They argue to exhaust you, to drain you, so that you just don't have the energy anymore to fight for your opinions, fight for your beliefs, fight for your ideas, fight for your hobbies. You give up far easier, and it's far easier for them to manipulate you. And they argue with you because once they've exhausted you, it's far easier for them to win. That's what a narcissistic person is all about, winning their desired supply that they want from you. They do not care for you or about you. They can pretend to care to sell you that illusion, to earn your trust so that they can get you where they want you. So it's easier for them to manipulate you. It's easier for them to get you to question yourself and not their behaviour. And they win at each and every opportunity, because you are damned if you do and you're damned if you don't when it comes to dealing with narcissistic people. What works one day does not work the next day, because they're so self-absorbed they do not recognise. And those who do recognise lack the empathy to care. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot get no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.